In this video, I'm going to cover the secret to living a more happy, healthy, and productive life through the system that I'm calling the 5 elements of strength. If you've been working hard in the gym or at work, but you still feel like something is missing, like you are not fulfilled or living your life to its true potential, then you're in the right place. Let's go.
It's just right, it's just right.
Hey, it's Clint from Malleable Online Coaching, where we give you simple, effective, and results-driven training to make you strong and fit. Throughout this video series, we'll have at least one video on each of the 5 elements. Now, these 5 elements are nutrition, recovery, training, mindset, and relationships. In this video, we're going to give you a big overview of why each one is essential to living life at its best. And at the end of the video, share which element of strength you think you struggle with the most in the comment section below. Also, please like our video, subscribe to our channel so that we can keep providing you with awesome content. All right, let's get right to it. We all know the person who is obsessed. Many times we praise these people because their obsession has allowed them to focus on a skill and become amazing at it. We live in a world that recognizes exceptional people who do things out of the ordinary or who live on the extremes of life. However, this point of view does little to support our everyday life in which we lead many roles. We're spouses, co-workers, siblings, athletes, sons and daughters, and a million more. To quote William Shakespeare, all the world is a stage, and all the men and women are merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and in one time, man plays many parts, his act being 7 ages. Therefore, we need a way of life which allows us to excel in the many roles and the stages that we live and play. This calls for a balanced approach, one in which we focus our efforts into elements that we can control. And like the scientific elements, these things that we focus on contribute and make up everything else. It should be noted that these are called the 5 elements of strength because I believe that these things can and should be developed and trained, just like your muscles under a barbell. I also say that some of these concepts have been borrowed by Ben Bergeron. He's a famous coach. He talks about the 5 factors of health, and he's actually had a big influence on me as a coach. I don't think he'd mind me borrowing some of his stuff. Now, this is a holistic approach, one that will anchor you and center you in the most dire of circumstances. And when it seems like everything else is falling apart, it is a sustainable and life-changing way to focus your efforts and to become a whole person. The first element of strength is nutritional strength. Now, this can be broken down into 2 parts: what we eat and how much we eat. Strength in the kitchen doesn't come from willpower. It comes from setting up reasonable and realistic routines that will benefit the food we put into our body. Now, nutritional strength also doesn't come from diets, which can either be on or off. Nutritional strength is a series of routines that gravitate either closer to or farther away from these ideals. Now, these routines are made up in what I call the Malleable Nutrition Maroon Print. So like a blueprint, but maroon. And here you develop simple step-by-step eating habits to help you dictate how much to eat, no matter where you are. This is a skill just like any other, and it has a big impact on our performance inside and outside of the gym. The second element of strength is recovery. Now, I know this is not the sexiest of topics, but it makes a huge difference in how you live day in and day out. Here we focus on the practices and habits that allow our brain and our body to reset, replenish, and rejuvenate from the work that we do each day. Usually this is broken down into 2 parts: our awake recovery and our sleep recovery. Now, awake recovery is taking time to relax, meditate, mobilize with a foam roller or a lacrosse ball, and to stretch. But it also has to do with our sleep and prioritizing it as an essential part of our training. You are only as strong as your ability to recover. Therefore, focusing on recovery is an essential part of strength and wellness. The third element of strength is training or strength training, the stuff that we actually do in the gym. And for this, we focus on movements and exercises that give us the most return on our energy and promote longevity and overall health. Also, we focus on movements that are essential for everyone, whether you're a collegiate or professional athlete or just your average Joe. Our method of training, the Malleable Method, is customized and centered around the basic barbell and calisthenics movements that can be accessed by anyone, but will also improve everyone's strength, performance, and aesthetics. They're gonna make you look good too. So, the Malleable Method has been used by professional athletes and with working moms and dads who just want to feel more confident and empowered. Since this is a part of Malleable that we customize for each individual, it's not a set template or a mass-produced program. Instead, it's more like a working framework centered around the squat, the bench press, the shoulder press, and the deadlift, and varied based on experience, training age, and your goals. The fourth element of strength is mindset. Here we focus on the patterns of thinking that allow us to stay cool under pressure, positive in the midst of chaos, and intentional about the direction we spend our energy and thinking. We develop skills like focusing on things that we can control, having a growth mindset, and establishing core values that set goals and turn obstacles into opportunities. Now, this is not a cold shower, camp in the woods and chew nails type of mental strength, but it's more like a calm in the midst of a storm type of serenity. Honestly, this is the source of all the other elements of strength. It builds the foundation for everything we do, from the kitchen to the gym. The fifth type of strength, and the one that is probably the most misunderstood, is relational strength. Here we learn the art and the skill of creating quality connections and relationships with the people that we come into contact with every day. We develop the art of listening, asking questions, establishing trust, and sharing our lives with others. We are a tribe of people, and even the most introverted among us still crave real quality connections with others. Now, relational strength even encompasses romance and the way that we treat our life partners. So when we develop this strength, we're able to feel heard and understood by our peers, and we're also becoming the kind of person that people call and trust in times of need. Now, we're not born with these skill sets in place. They're all learned and earned. We can improve, change, and adapt our life to develop each of these elements of strength. When we focus on any one of these but neglect the others, we feel imbalanced and off kilter, like a table with only 3 legs instead of 4. I challenge you to start developing the skill that you feel the least comfortable with or the least interested in. My experience with clients has shown me that these are often the most neglected elements of strength and provide the most immediate benefit. Now, you can find all the elements of strength on this channel, so let's take this journey together. Let's learn, train, and adapt. This is Clint Malley reminding you that you are stronger than you think you are, and you can do more than you think you can.